let's go back to our NFL Week 11 game of the week here, and I'm going to get it started right away. Thursday night, Bengals Ravens. Both teams coming off a loss. The Bengals need this one a little bit more. I would almost put this in a must-win category for the Bengals after the egg they laid against the Texans here. But the Ravens also coming off a loss. They're going to be hungry to avenge it after what was blowing a 2-touchdown lead. Something you don't see the Ravens a Ravens team do very often, especially under John Harbaugh, who's been there for. That's wild to think he's got to be approaching almost 20 years as head coach for the Ravens.
I think it's like 15 or 16.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah. And
it was 2008, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds right. And can the Bengals protect Joe Burrow? Are they going to be able to find a run game against a very stout Ravens defense who are going to be playing with their hair on fire after giving up a 2-touchdown lead the week before? We're going to find out. So that the Bengals Ravens is my NFL Week 11 game of the week.
Well, and I saw, guys, Baltimore, they're wearing their all black uniforms.
Oh,
those are nice.
It's going to be spicy.
They might be saying nevermore.
That is correct. If you've seen The Wire, when the Ravens come on the field, Dylan, you might hear a bunch of Cincinnati people referring to Roquan Smith as Omar. Omar's coming. Omar's coming. Watch out. But for me here, surprise, surprise, guys, my game of the week, I'm going Monday night. Philadelphia goes to Kansas City. Two best teams in the league based just off record. I used to throw Detroit in there too. Super Bowl 57 rematch. Both teams are coming off their bye. Both teams should be healthier. It's the last game of the week. It's going to be absolutely electric. There in Arrowhead, and both teams can almost maybe put Kansas City could kind of put clamps down on the division if they can get to 8-2. And Philadelphia, they keep the pressure on Dallas. If they win, they get to 9-1. And the Eagles, they got a tough stretch here with this schedule. I don't know the exact order, but I know the teams. It's Kansas City, it's Buffalo. They got Seattle in there, Dallas again, San Francisco. This is a big 5-game stretch for the Eagles. And then after this, Chiefs' schedule there's some wins on there. So can they handle their business? Can they get to 8-2? And then, you got games against Las Vegas, Green Bay, I think, Buffalo, and then, the Bengals coming up towards the end of the year, and then also the Patriots for the Chiefs. But after the bye week, did Andy and his coaching staff kind of figure out some cohesion on offense? I'd like to see him run the ball a little more, but this week against those Eagles defensive tackles, that might not be the play, but I think it's going to be an electric and awesome Monday night game. It's going to come down just like the Super Bowl, the last possession. So Chiefs, Eagles, my game of the week. It's a pretty easy one.
I'm going, instead of Monday night, I'm going to Sunday night. I'm going Vikings Broncos. I think this is probably the most intriguing matchup of the weekend. Got the red hot Vikings running off those Dobbs fumes, 5-game win streak. And you got Denver, who I don't know if I would say is a good team, but they're playing better. Their defense is really what's carrying them at this point. Offense is still very much a work in progress. It's going to be crazy. You don't know what to expect from Dobbs. He hasn't, I don't think, faced a defense that's quite this good. Who knows? Maybe he plays like he did in the first half. Maybe he plays, or the offense plays like they did in the second half. You never know what the hell you're going to get with the Vikings. And then Russell Wilson, you don't know what the hell you're going to get with him either. So it could have an absolute god-awful Russell that we've seen for half the year, or the guy that kind of looks like he knows what he's doing. So a lot of intrigue, a lot of just unknowns going into this game. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. That was also a game I had circled here as the both teams they're fighting for playoff position. And Ethan, you nailed it, that the Broncos defense is kind of coming back from what they